Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. This is Kelly's Little Ones Nursery and more. I'm here to do a sit down chat with you. I haven't done one in a while, and I'm going to talk about the zip ties that Cindy has that we fixed Kaylee's leg with, and Liam or Liam David's arm with. Um, I think we did talk about it in uh, another video on Friday a little bit. Um, so this is a black zip tie. It is about 16 inches long, and obviously you could see the wider margin of the zip tie. I know, and this is the one, not all of it. Before we cut it out, this one is the one that, before we cut it, this is the is also probably a 16-inch, but a smaller margin. We figured out probably because it has to fit within when you put it through the cotton, it has to fit between the vinyl. I think if there's any artists in my um, that follow me on here or not, I'm sure you already know what you're talking about. But but Cindy only has these, so that's why, unfortunately, David's arm is tighter than normal. It can't move. I think we talked about that already. That we would have left it loose where it can go up and down nicely, that it was too loose and it would have fell out. So we had no choice but to keep it in a certain position, and so, um, but it's so far it's holding up, and Haley's leg is holding up as well, and yeah, so we probably need to look for 16-inch zip ties, but the smaller version like these, and then put them in, I believe. So, yeah. Um, but, yeah. And I wonder if this is why the leg, even though the arm came off, because I wasn't careful enough with it. But you know what? It is what it is. It's fixed now, but these are all we have for now. But so I have an extra one here just in case, and I know how to do it, I believe. I think it goes in like so. I believe it goes in like that or something. At least I hope so. I can't remember what it goes like, because this this piece, I'm not sure how exactly it works. So I we both did it together, but I'm not gonna mess with it. But I think maybe it goes, maybe it goes, maybe it goes uh, this way. I'm not sure. Maybe not. Oh boy. I hope I don't have to fix it, because I gotta figure out how we did it again. I gotta see. And I think there's some writing on this. Hang on. Oh, you need a magnifier to look at this, but this is what I mean, this was probably still, like I said, a 16-inch, but it's smaller. You can see the difference. But we still haven't really worried about David's leg yet. It's kind of tight, but we haven't fixed it yet. If it's not falling out, there's no reason to fix it. So yeah, look at the difference. See the difference? Wider and yeah, I don't know exactly what I'm gonna label this. I know I need to make at least a couple of videos today to make up for um oh I guess actually I guess yesterday, huh? Because I didn't make any yesterday. I don't know why, but I had I should have taken notes of what exactly I was gonna talk about because I didn't do this right away. But here's this one, what we currently have. I know it's black, but that's all we have, and they still work. They just don't go in between like this part because it's kind of wider, but it works. So you kind of just gotta go with what you got, and that's what we had to do with Beth 5 years ago. Um, we didn't have these, but she had like probably too small of one, but yeah. So far, Beth needed Beth needed surgery first, and then uh, Haley needed surgery second, and now David needed surgery third. Please pray that nothing else happens. I mean, that doesn't make me want to play with him very much. I don't know. And I know I said in my other video that I did on Friday when before I went to Cindy's that I don't even want my Katie Marie sculpt, but I'm still debating because when you're on a low budget and one reborn artist is all you can afford because all the other reborn artists that I know, all take PayPal or Cash App. And Forever Babies by Missy, she takes money orders like bank money orders or post office money orders, and she does not real cheap dolls for us, but cheaper than other reborn artists. I can't for the life of me probably find another any other reborn artist out there that would take a um post office money order or bank money order, because most of you out there want PayPal or Cash App and you want a whole lot more than I'm willing to spend on my budget, even though um, the ones that I did get were slightly over my budget, but I did it anyway because I didn't need them, but I wanted them. So I'm still debating on that right now. You know, the newest ones are Haley Kaylee and uh, David. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so, yeah, it's just, again, I'm going to remind you, which I shouldn't have to because you probably already know, just be very, very gentle with your reborns. And I was being gentle when I was dressing him. It wasn't until I sat him up, went to kind of grab him around his waist, and I noticed the arm sagging, and I'm like, oh no, again, again, son of a gun. It was just like first the leg and now the arm. Oh my goodness. But yeah, these are the zip ties that we have to use when and if babies of ours fall apart. And we are by no means reborn artists at all. We can do it, we know it can be done, but the limbs have to be tighter because they have to stay on because by it picking a limb up by itself is actually kind of heavy. So I wonder if it just couldn't hold its weight anymore. I mean, the zip tie that was this zip tie, or before we cut it out to get it out of the cotton, I wonder if this zip tie just maybe couldn't hold the weight because it's so small. If you, and do I have any reborn artists that follow me here? Maybe you could tell me if this just couldn't hold the weight because, like I said, at the risk of repeating myself, I was dressing him and he was all dressed. I was careful with his arms when I put the, the shirt on him and stuff, and it just it just boom, and I'm just like, so I don't know. I wish I would have had like a regular scale to put the limb on when it was off before we fixed it, just to see how much the limb itself by itself, not on the doll, just weighed on its own, because it's filled up kind of. I mean, it's filled up the way I'm sure you're supposed to fill them up, but it's kind of a little bit heavy, in my opinion. And I think Cindy agreed with me. So, yeah, anyway, this was just a sit down chat talking about the zip ties and why this is what we have to work with when and if another baby has to have surgery. Ugh. And I pray that I don't have to because I know what they look like and I watched Cindy do it, but I hope when and if I have to do it here, I hope we do it right because you have to. There's that end in there, and then there's this end here, if you can see it, that you see that end. I know when you put it where you want it and put it how it needs to go, I know that this little end and this end, you have to pull them together, but I'm not exactly, I have like a major brain fart. I need to go look at a tutorial just to get, I'm not going to do anything with this until I absolutely, absolutely positively need it. But this is what was in David's arm, and this is what Missy uses. These littler ones. I mean, this, like I said, this was probably a 16-inch one, like he has in his arm that hasn't fallen off, and his other leg, I'm sure. So, yeah, I think that's all I have to talk about. So, thank you for sitting down and listening to my chat with me. And I'll try to remember to come on to do another video today. I know that I probably want to do a devotional, even though those really don't get as many. They do get a little bit of views and maybe a like or two, but yeah. But the other two videos I did are over 100, and that's the first time I've seen in a long time. And then the last one I did is up to like 50 so far. So far so good. So yeah, if you like this kind of content, I do devotionals. I talk about the reborns, or sometimes I may do kind of a role play deal. If you like that kind of content, please feel free to hit that subscribe button, share with your friends, and click the notification bell so you don't miss any videos from us. Thank you all for watching and have a wonderful Sunday. Oh, and welcome almost spring. So hopefully it doesn't take our internal clocks too long to get used to time ahead. For those of us that have it, I know that I know that Arizona doesn't have daylight savings time, so they're lucky, but we do. So if you do, I hope you get used to the time change. Okay, have a nice day. Talk to you in the next one.